This is Tim David. We are here to talk about what you should talk about in order to get paid. If you want to be a paid professional speaker, what are the topics that people are booking? What are the topics that you can get paid and get paid very, very well if you just have a little bit of advice on? Let's get to it. All right, now before we dive into it, be sure to subscribe, hit that little bell, make sure you get subscribed to our YouTube channel because we do this every single day for the most part. And, in case I'm sick sometimes that we do take days off. But we're going to dive right into it. We're going to look at a popular Speakers Bureau website. It is Washington Speakers Bureau. And look, every Speakers Bureau, just pick one at random. There's no particular reason why I'm picking this one. But you go and you pick, you hover over the topics and the types. And if you want to be a keynote speaker, hey, if you want to be a woman speaker, if you want to be a business speaker, what have you. Look, I love dealing in the world of corporate professional audiences. I love speaking to businesses and business audiences. So that might be associations or groups that are related to business or are there to learn about business. Why do I love business audiences? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if I have a topic that can help people, I believe that I have a topic that can help businesses, because businesses and corporations are made up of people. So if you can help a business or a corporation increase their bottom line, then they will pay you mightily in order to make that happen. If you can solve a problem for them that is expensive, if you can save them money, if you can help them do a better job of doing their job. And sometimes that might involve, work-life balance stuff or stuff that happens at home. Many corporations and organizations are focusing on their employees as whole people, as full humans with real lives outside of work. It's finally about time. So a lot of different topics are applicable now in the corporate space. Well, let's say, and I've not done this recently, but let's say you want to be a business speaker. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And what you're going to see is a smorgasbord, a variety, right? And you might see Adam Grant. You might see, I don't need to read to you. You can see what I'm seeing. Now, what they do is they are basically categorizing some of their higher paid speakers, their more celebrity speakers. Certainly their exclusive speakers are going to be featured. But what I want to find out is I want to find out what their topics are. I want to find out really what is popular. And it looks to me like they are just being filed under the business category. And look, hey, that's not specific enough for me. So I'm going to try keynote speakers because I want to be on the main stage and I want to be getting those big fancy fat keynote checks. So look at what we have. Very similar audiences, very similar speakers, and view all topics and types. Let's see. Here we go. These are the different types of speakers. These are the different topics. The ones that are bold seem to be more popular and more trending, perhaps. So look at this, cancer speakers. That doesn't seem like it would fit within business audiences, but I tell you, I promise, I have people in my my group coaching programs who teach about physical health in wellness in multiple different formats and capacities. And think about it. If someone has cancer or someone who your employee loves has cancer, then that person is now going to be distracted for sure. That certainly that person's priorities are going to shift, right? And when I say distracted, I don't mean distracted from what's important. I just mean distracted from work. So how can you help and empower with your message to step in and offer some assistance and guidance and saying, hey, let's help your employees to balance those two worlds. Let's help you as an organization to better support them, right? So look at this. Here is the list. You can just start brainstorming and getting ideas and hey, soccer speakers, I don't know. Let's just click on it and see what's what. If you play soccer, does that mean you can automatically be a speaker? Well, listen, celebrities get a free pass. Ignore anything you see from celebrities. Celebrity speakers, people who, I don't know, World Cup champions, these are celebrity speakers. So we'll skip that because that is not something that many of us mere mortals can compete with. So if we're looking for genuine, celebrities get booked because they're celebrities. We want to get booked again because our topic is relevant. We want to make sure we package and position our topic in an area that is in demand. Now, here's a quote, here's a takeaway, here's a lesson that I've learned. Many speakers don't do it this way. They don't start with what the market wants. They start with what they want to talk about, right? And what we want to talk about is often something we struggle with ourselves. So I'm going to get real with you here for a second. I'm going to get up close and personal. We're going to talk exactly what I'm talking about here when it comes to determining your speaking topic. Now, here's the phrase I was referencing earlier. We have a tendency as speakers to speak about what we're weak about. We speak about what we're weak about. We want to speak about what we're weak about. Listen, you discovered in your 20s the power of mindfulness. And, you had to learn that. And the reason you had to learn that is because you struggled with being mindful, or you struggled with having, energy throughout your day, or you struggled with attention. And then you discovered mindfulness. Okay. So speak about what you're weak about. Speak about the struggle and the problem. Don't come and say, I want to be a mindfulness speaker. I want to help people to overcome their distraction and their lack of focus. I want to help people to have more energy throughout the day. I want to help your employees to be more productive, right? Now that is speaking about what you're weak about, what you were weak about, right? And now you've discovered the secret sauce to overcoming those challenges. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, again, is to combine what your passion is and what your excitement is and what your zone of genius is. Combine it with this list that I showed you earlier right here. Okay, you want to be a speaker on cultivating mushrooms, okay? Let's see. Let's look for mushroom speakers first in this list. I don't think we're gonna come into the world of mushroom speakers. I know it's alphabetical, and I'm on the ends, so we're getting close here. Musicians, but no mushrooms. I apologize, mushroom speaker. Well, what is it that you? Why do you care about mushroom cultivating? And maybe, just maybe, there is something that you learned cultivating mushrooms that can be applied in the business world, that can be applied to people's lives. Maybe there's something about mushrooms. Maybe they're super resilient, right? And you can go in and speak about resilience and introduce people to the world of mushroom cultivation as a metaphor, as an interesting wrapping paper on your message of resilience. So I bet there would be resilience on this list. Let's see, PQR, resilient speakers. There it is right there. So again, you can take any topic, and as long as you wrap it up in what they think they want, right? Not what they need, but what they think they want. And these websites, these speakers bureaus websites, do a lot of that curating for us. They field the requests and say, hey, do you have any mushroom speakers? And hey, do you have any resilient speakers? And then they begin to form these lists and categorize their speakers accordingly. So take what the market wants, what they think they want, wrap it up in what you love and what you're passionate about, combine those two worlds together, and that is the beginning of finding out what you should be speaking about to get paid. Now that's I'll close with this. People ask me this a lot. What should I be speaking about? What is the best topic for me to speak on so I can go and get paid? And that answer will absolutely be different for every single person. Now, the trend will be the same universally. There will be a top performing topic, right? That's just the fact of the matter. You can run the numbers and you can say the most gigs were booked on this topic, period, end of sentence. In 2022, that was the most popular topic. But that doesn't mean that should be your topic, right? Even in the top 50 topics. There's enough business out there to keep you busy like you wouldn't believe. There's so many meetings, so many events, so many people who need to know what you teach. So the real question is, what are you interested in? What do you care about? And how can what you care about and know deeply about, how can that help someone to be, do, have exactly what they want to be, do, and have, right? How can you connect those dots for them? That is the secret sauce, right? Every single person who comes to me and says, Tim, gosh, I want to be a speaker. What's the best topic? You tell me what the best topic is, and I'll go research it and learn it and figure it out. And then I'll become an expert in that topic. Bad idea. Number one, if you ain't passionate about it, they can smell it on you. You can't compete with the people who eat, sleep, breathe, and live this for the past 10 years. Number two, that trend is about to change. Every tide, there's always ebb and flow, right? Every trend is coming and it's going, right? So there will be a finite period of time that topic will be the number one topic. So if I were to tell you, yes, this is the number one topic, diversity, equity, and inclusion, well, maybe in 5 years that won't be the case. Maybe by the time you get up to speed, the world will have moved on. Now, when I decided to become a human connection speaker, I didn't see other human connection speakers. You won't see human connection speakers on this list. There it is right there. Very close to illusionists, by the way, which is my background as an illusionist. But rather, you'll see motivation, you'll see leadership, you'll see sales. And that is who I teach with my message. My message of human connection is human connection so that you can be a better leader, so that you can be a better coworker and craft a culture of connection, so that you can be a better salesperson and genuinely take an interest in that prospect wants, needs, and desires. So all of this to say, hey, maybe what you are so passionate about right now, what you have dedicated years of your life into learning and developing, maybe there's something there that can be connected to what the audience wants, needs, and desires. Now, I'm not a diversity, equity, and inclusion speaker, but there is a portion of my message under the umbrella of human connection where people who are interested in diversity, equity, and inclusion have come to me and said, Tim, we would like you to do that program at our blank, blank, blank conference. We would like you to teach people your CB Speak model of connection because we think if you can break down some of those barriers and connect people across races or across cultures or across ages or across genders or whatever diversity you are trying to build bridges across. If you can build a bridge between two people of the same ethnic background, is it possible that you can use those same tools to build bridges with people across different ethnic backgrounds? So all of that to say, again, start with your passion. That is the primary. Then wrap your passion in a package of what the audience wants. And when you do that, suddenly you have demand for your mushroom cultivating talk, right? Suddenly you have demand for a human connection talk. Suddenly what seems like it should be personal and, check your relationship problems at the door and don't worry about anything other than your tasks and your jobs and your roles, suddenly that becomes relevant and important in the workplace. So listen, just a little bit of advice on what you should, quote unquote, should be speaking about in order to get paid. You've got to blend those worlds together, and that can change, right? That can change. My passion can apply to different areas in different ways, and I believe yours can. All right, that is it from me for today. We'll speak soon.